Hello everybody, it's your boy Minleaf, YouTube's most skill issue gamer. Welcome back to another episode of Arknights, and in this episode I'm going to be showcasing the normal stages for Arknights rerun event, Hortus de Escapismo. That is exactly how you say it. That's the wrong button. So let's begin with HE-1, Home Sweet Home. This is the team that I use. Very simple, no corn is not needed. I just need two Vanguards, Fang, Vanilla, Popoka, Ansel, and Cruz. Now, since this is a rerun event, I don't think I will be explaining too much because... Actually, I still should explain somewhat because there might be some new players. I mean, for me personally, this is also my first time playing the event. Anyway, just drop down my two Vanguards at the beginning always to generate DP. As you can see, there are these things called Holy Statues. You need to spend 20 DP to reduce Panic. What is Panic? So you see these guys are civilians. If you've played Chapter 8, then you know exactly how annoying civilians can be. Drop Cruz here. So the thing about these civilians is that they get scared very easily. So there's this bar here, like the panic meter. And you need to spend 20 DP to calm them down. If they don't calm down, they will enter something called Terrified. And when they're terrified, you see this guy's going to be terrified very soon. It's okay, I think I'm going to let one of them become terrified as I save DP. It's 20 DP, it's very expensive. Anyway, get more DP, drop down Ansel. Okay, let me retreat Fang at this point. And let's deploy Popoka. I'm going to let them go into from Panic. So Panic is this meter. And then from Panic, they will go to Terrified. So right now, they will both become Terrified. When they are Terrified, they are going to run around the map and look for the next statue. At the same time, they will lose quite a bit of HP. If you haven't noticed, the enemies won't attack the civilians. And when they arrive at the statue, they will calm down by quite a bit. Let's calm them down even more. So yeah, this event is very annoying because you need to... It plays with your DP a lot like Chapter 12, but not in a fun way because it forces you to spend DP all the time. So unless you have some very good, Vanguards, you might struggle. Okay, like I said, as you see, that ranged enemy doesn't target the... Okay, this guy panics, but it's okay. These ranged enemies... In fact, no enemy will target these civilians, but they will only target the statue. For example, right here, let me just do that to calm them down again. And the thing is, those statues, once they're destroyed, they will greatly increase the panic, see? And then that means the civilians will become terrified easily. Also, if you're playing this level, then you've already played the tutorial level, and you know there will be holes. Let me calm them down a bit. There will be holes for these idiots to run and then fall in. So you gotta be a little bit careful. Okay, these enemies are targeting the statue. Somehow I feel that even Popoka is enough. But remember guys, I do have max trust on my 3 stars. Okay, let's calm them down a bit. I think he already hit the Terrified, so he got enough panic. And now this guy's gonna be super panicked because the statue is gone. But the stage is over. So yeah, this stage is kind of like Chapter 8 as well, so you gotta protect the civilians. But it's like Chapter 12 because you have all the stupid DP restrictions. So yeah, a little bit frustrating. I can skip this. But it's okay. I'll walk you guys through the early stages, and then once the difficulty gets up, we'll switch over to high end as usual. Anyway, that's it for HE-1. Alright, let's clear HE-2, River of Life. This is also super simple, but now we get to play with the holes a bit more. This is the team that I use: Fang, Vanilla, Popoka, Ansel, Cruz, Midnight, and Hibiscus. I probably could get away with just using one of the medics, but I do want to play it a little bit safer. Anyway, Fang, Vanilla facing down. Fang and Vanilla, as always remember, drop your Vanguards first. Now for, let's not drop that first. Medic. So Hibiscus or Ansel are interchangeable. And then now Cruz facing left. Also need to build up here this makeshift walkway. Yeah, so you see right here, allows for deployment and passage, but if it's destroyed, it will become a hole and people instantly die. Okay, so these guys will run in a counterclockwise direction. Also over here, Vanilla's DP, Midnight, Popoka, and then the last one will be Ansel facing down to heal up these characters here. And then last, the hole over here. There are all these flying bat enemies that Cruz will take out quite easily. As you can see, this level is a little bit annoying because of how much DP these things cost. 20 DP is seriously a lot. If it were, I think if it were less, people would complain less as well, but oh well. Okay. Before they get destroyed, let's calm down the civilians at least once. Okay, so you see Cruz is taking care of the bat right here. Again, do remember that I am using a max level Cruz. Just remember these things. If you want, you can always bring in an extra DPS after all, another sniper. Even a caster will work. Okay, let's cast it again before it gets destroyed, and then just to calm down these civilians a bit more. So Cruz again will help to take out all the aerial enemies. Cruz is honestly really good for a 3-star. Okay, these enemies are being very painful. Activate the medic skill. Again, I do think it's probably likely you can complete this level with just one medic. But I'm going to have 2 medics just for safety. Okay, activated Midnight Popaka skill. Midnight Popaka are my lane holders down here. Now this last enemy will get hit by Cruz. By the way, these enemies, yeah, if you didn't notice that they will cut down your DP regeneration rate by 25%. I think it popped up here. I didn't explain it in time. But yeah, those guys reduce your DP, so it's super annoying. Let's skip this slowly.
I was very impressed by
anyway, that is it for HE-2.
Fantastic.
Alright guys, let's play HE-3. No empty hands. This is the team that I used. Fang, Vanilla, Paprika, Ansel, Midnight, Hibiscus, Beagle, Cardigan, and Lava. Super simple, a little bit tricky because you have some multi-laning defense, but 3 stars can clear this stage no problem. Anyway, let's begin.
Keep an eye on my back. In position.
As usual, always drop down your vanguards to begin generating DP because this event is very, very DP hungry. I don't know why they designed it like that, but they want us to relive chapter 12. Anyhow, drop down Ansel or Medic. Basically, Ansel or Hibiscus are, interchangeable here. Midnight here to begin helping out with some DPS. Okay, lay down plank number 1. There is no need for this plank over here. These 2 planks are enough. Okay, so these guys are out. They're gonna start cutting down your DP regeneration rate by 25%. I almost clicked this one, which is a very bad thing to do. Don't bother with the statues on this level. Okay, Hibiscus here. Sorry, Lava here. I got it mixed up with her sister. Hibiscus here facing down as well.
Your words are my command.
Okay, once Vanilla has taken out these enemies. Okay, new enemy, by the way, steals 1 DP after several attacks. They are super annoying. This is why you should keep Fang and Vanilla on the stage for as long as possible. Now Vanilla has served the purpose. Drop down here. This works. Drop down my Paprika here. Okay, I'm also going to drop down Cardigan here. And drop down Beagle here. Beagle and Paprika can switch places, but I'm just dropping down Beagle because I want, remember, drop down your defenders last so that they will take the aggro from the enemies. Anyway, this is basically my wall, multi-lane wall. If enemies sneak past Beagle, then they will have to deal with Paprika. Again, they can be interchanged, but I do prefer I probably should have Paprika ahead in front. Also, by the way, they can heli drop on you. Yeah, so these guys can heli drop on you, so you might get caught off guard if it's the first time you play a stage. As you see, this guy is perfectly safe even though I didn't activate the statue. But yeah, some of these guys can heli drop. So unless you have a fast redeploy, you might have to, start this stage again and again. Then again, that's part of the process of learning as a doctor, right? You gotta lose some before you win it all. That was terrible philosophy. Anyway, that's it for HE-3. Okay guys, let's go HE-4. My life I gave for you. This is the team that I use. Fang, Vanilla, Hibiscus, Midnight, Beagle, Cardigan, Lava, and Ansel. This stage is a little bit hairy because the civilian's health does get pretty low because of all the rocks on the field. Yeah, so in case again you somehow fell asleep during the tutorial, these things called the crumbling masonry will periodically throw down rocks that will destroy that will damage your operators as well as these makeshift walkways, and it will explode in a cross. So you gotta be careful. Anyway, let me just drop down my Fang here first. And also drop down, what's it? Vanilla. Start generating some DP. Hibiscus, or basically Ansel Medic number 1, facing down.
Your words are my
Start gaining some DP, please. Okay, Lava here, facing to the left. So that she can also start dealing some DPS. As you can see, the rocks will explode over here, not on top of what's the name? Not on top of Fang, on top of this like cross here, in front of Fang. So remember that, okay? The rocks will not explode, okay? Again, the rocks will not explode on the operator itself, but in front of the operator where they've been stopped. The center of explosion, as the game likes to say. Anyway, at this point, retreat Midnight, retreat Fang, drop down Midnight, retreat Vanilla, throw down Ansel. Here I will drop down Beagle, and down here on this tile, not this tile, I will drop down Cardigan. Why? Because later on, at the end, Midnight will help to damage this tile as well. Then from here on out, what you need to do is to try and use these holy statues to calm down the civilians, or just one civilian so he doesn't lose too much HP. Anyway, activate, what's the name? Lava skill when it's ready. Also get ready to activate Midnight skill, so they can DPS these guys. These guys are tanky, as you can see. They have high resistance but lower high defense, low resistance. Oh man, I almost messed that up. These guys are pretty average, so this guy can be taken out very quickly. Guys, you see, we're only about halfway through, and the civilians are half HP as well. That's very fitting. Now I need to make sure I calm him down with the holy statue. Once Lava is ready, just use her skill. Just spam it. I don't know why she targeted those guys randomly. If you want, you can just redeploy your Vanguard somewhere. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. Fang here. So she can passively gain DP. Help me gain DP. Also over here. This guy's about to become terrified. Use the statue to calm him down. Fang is chewing through... not Fang. God, I keep messing them up. Lava is chewing through all these enemies. Let's just have Vanilla here to take care of this last guy, because he's super annoying. The civilian is not yet panicking. Good. Vanilla and Fang are doing their job. They're helping me gain DP. Calm him down again.
Hurry up. Even the dead can't save
I think you need to calm him down at the end here, at least twice. Otherwise, he will die from panicking. He will die from the terrified status. And these guys do steal DP. Oh yeah, by the way, these guys are new for the stage. They will recover HP and steal DP every few attacks. You see that? You saw the green number? Do you guys see the green numbers? You can pause the video, slow it down. There was a green number right there. They recover 5% HP. Anyway, that is it for HE-4. Okay guys, let's clear HE-5. God in his temple. This is a slightly tricky stage because there are a lot of those enemies that can steal a DP, but it's okay. Because this is the team that I use: Fang, Vanilla, Midnight, Papuka, Beagle, Cardigan, Steward, Hibiscus, Ansel, Gummy, and Lava. If you have some very strong lane holders, now is the best time to use them. 4-star lane holders like, say, Cutter with some support, Hummers, I think would work too. Most of the enemies here will all do physical damage, so don't have to worry about that. Let's just deploy our 2 Vanguards first for DP, as usual. I tried to turn up the volume there. Okay. As soon as my Vanguard is producing DP, time to drop down Medic number 1.
Please hold on.
Okay, now for Lava, my AoE caster facing down. And just immediately activate her skill. 3-star Lava is basically a heli drop at your level. Okay, the civilian is starting to panic and run. Time to build a pathway for him. Also, I need to drop down my Gummy here. Basically, Gummy or anyone who can self-heal to block this rock. Okay, so this guy, you guys probably, maybe you did read, maybe you didn't read. But what happens is that after a few attacks, he will shoot in a cross damage and steal DP equal to the number of units hit. So let's say he can steal, let's say he hits 1, he will only steal 1 DP. But if he hits 5, he will steal 5. Okay, so that's why I want to deploy in a cross shape like this. Okay, this civilian is panicking again. Time to drop my plank there. Make sure he doesn't keep running. Okay, enemies are going to come on the right side now. Lava is ready with her skill. Midnight. Hibiscus. Steward. And then right now I'm going to retreat Fang because I no longer need her. Now, Cardigan, Beagle, basically, like I said, any strong defender works too. And then remember, deploy in a non-cross shape. So it's like alternate. Now they're all aggro onto Cardigan. Midnight skill's ready, just activate his skill. Now the civilian will basically, this is a little bit of a race against time if your units aren't as strong as mine, for example. Yeah? Because these guys are pretty tanky, they have like 500 defense. And they all will stack up and then eventually Popuka will die. So right now I'm gonna just I'm gonna let Popuka die on her own because I want them to all gather here. So that once they're all inside Vanilla's range, Lava's range, what am I saying? I'm gonna deploy Beagle here. And now Lava can hit all of them. Otherwise, if you block this guy outside of Beagle's range, you know, Lava won't be able to hit him. Not even with an AoE. Okay, and these are the last 5 enemies. It's sort of a race against clock. Again, if maybe your units are a little bit weaker, you might struggle if you want to use this similar strategy. If not, at least for me, again, it works. Remember, these guys all do physical damage, so you don't have to worry about arts, any sort of like huge arts damage. The defense, I believe, is 500, but the resistance is 30, so you can use a bit of mixed arts damage like Lava, or in this case, Midnight. And this should be the last one. And there you go. Like I said, it can be a little bit challenging if your DPS is not strong enough, but if not, just do what I did. Okay, that is it for HE-5. Okay guys, let's clear HE-6 Serenade. This was a little bit tricky because see, you have to defend 2 blue boxes, but this is the team that I use, 1 6-star. Myrtle, Courier, Scavenger, Penance with an S3, preferably with a module so she can take less damage. Sasuro, 1 very strong healer, 1 very strong defender, Cora, and La Pluma. Hummus can probably work, but Hummus needs to be really high level. Or basically, you can replace La Pluma, Cora with a super strong lane holder if you have Blaze, Mountain S2. Thorny might need a bit too much time. Anyway, this is how to begin as usual. Always always set up vanguards. Okay, I have 3 vanguards because of the DP cost of this level. This whole event is just a DP strain. Okay. As soon as I have enough, just activate the holy statue 1 time. We need to basically delay the these civilians from losing HP as much as possible. So I'm gonna wait until 36 just to show you guys that Penance works even without the potential. I was lucky to get potential. Not everyone will be as lucky as me. Okay, activate the statue again. Activate Penance as well. The only thing is that I have Penance S3. That might be a factor. Sorry, not Penance S3. Penance S3 M3 Module 3. Okay. And then now she's just wrecking these guys. Okay. Activate Scavenger again. Activate the Holy Statue to calm them down. After this, basically retreat Scavenger and drop down La Pluma or Hummus. Like I said, Hummus probably will work, but first of all, I did not test it out. And secondly, Hummus probably needs to be a high level. Okay, this one is probably going to get destroyed. So 1 last time, Holy Statue. And you can probably have Korra right here. Though I do wonder if Korra is not needed at all. Let's try that out. Come on, you guys get to experiment with me. Okay, Penance S3 again. Look at that, actually, the enemies killed themselves, basically. Bluma's a really good Reaper, though. Okay, so there's this little mini-boss. He spends ammo to deal heavy physical damage, randomly selecting targets within attack range with a 70% hit rate, blah, blah, blah. So sometimes she will hit Penance, sometimes she won't, using her range attack. If it's melee, then obviously it won't. That ability won't count. Okay, so these civilians, if you activated the Holy Statue early on like me, they shouldn't lose too much HP. They should last until the very end. Okay, that was a little bit weird. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, Penance will do Fortuna, and then now she'll whoop her ass. Okay, yeah, I didn't actually need Korra. You don't really need Korra for this. That's good. If you really want to shield the civilians more, you can just redeploy Scavenger here. But at this point, there's no need to, because right now, I'm going to win. And there you go. That is it for HE-6. Super Okay, I won't say super simple. It was a little bit complicated, but if you have a, if you have an elite 2, just borrow someone's penance and you can do this strategy as well. Okay guys, so let's clear HE-7 joined by Love. I'm going to be using one 6-star here, which is Dagon Breaker S3, preferably with a module for extra damage. These are the other units I'm going to be using: Mortal, Scavenger, Courier, Korra, Bubble, Sasur, Gavial, Fist and Tree, or any blocker like say Yato, or you could just bring in 3-star Vanguards like Fang, Vanilla, etc. You just need Fist and Tree for one small moment. Okay? I'm going to be starting off a little bit slower. But as usual, the openings are very similar. Always start off with your Vanguards to start gaining DP. Okay, these guys will deal arts damage and they will reduce your max DP by 10 for each one of them. So 99 minus how many are there? There are 6 plus here, plus 2, 8. 8 times 10, 80. So 99 minus 80 is how much? Let's do quick math. And it is 19, right? So right now, we only have a maximum of 19. They are bringing back the mechanic from our good friends chapter 12. So after I deploy my Vanguards, I'm going to immediately build a bridge here. So the stone will come here and destroy this plank. I want to destroy this plank because I will immediately kill 2 enemies at the start of the battle, including one of these guys, which is super important because then I go from 19 to 29 DP. Okay, this is why I need Fist and Tree. You see this rock here? The rock is over here. I just need Fist and Tree to expose this invisible guy and to stall him just a bit and retreat, and they both die. They must be retreated. Fist and Tree must be retreated. Your blocker must be retreated. If not, for this event, if the blocker is here, then the rock will explode here and the plank will not be destroyed. And then you have all sorts of problems and you basically lose. Okay, keep gaining GP. Then I'm going to put my defender here on this tile. I think this tile is probably better. Yeah. This tile is a better tile. Okay, so this civilian, okay, Dagon is done. As soon as she's ready, just activate the first skill. Also, you see, flank for the civilian to pass. Now I'm going to put in my other tank, which is going to be Korra. You see that some of the enemies will take care of themselves basically by dying, which is very good. And that's going to be the last plank. So all of my planks have been completed. I'm going to drop down Sasuro. I would highly recommend you have your strongest defender and strongest medic up here. My recommendation. Then the second strongest tank and second strongest medic down here. Okay, after I'm going to proc my defenders a few more, my Vanguards a few more times. That was a mistake, but don't worry. Thankfully, I can use her twice. That was a very awkward mistake. Anyway, what is the next timing for Dagon's skill, you might wonder? Let's retreat our 2 Vanguards here. The second timing for Dagon's skill is going to be when this guy... So there'll be 4 enemies here. Don't use Korra's skill. Use Dagon's skill instead to kill all of them, including the one down here. That's why I put Dagon here, so she can cover both lanes. It's a bit like the classic Moina trick I like to use. I mean, if you guys watch my other videos, I like to use Moina like this. Defenders plus Moina. But here, I think Dagon is better because of a skill cycle. Anyway, this is when you are actually supposed to use Sasuro's skill. Because these enemies, again, remember, they do arts damage, making them super, super painful. Anyway, Dagon's second... this is a third proc. Clearing all of them out. And then what is left for all these very crap enemies which are kind of useless. And then I'm just going to drop that. That's why I did. This is also why I retreated my, what's it called? My Vanguards early. If you have other DPS, you don't have to worry. If not, just like me, you can retreat them early so you can redeploy for extra block. And then Dagon can go whoosh, 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 and then basically kill all of them. Oh, that was awkward. Oh, that's kind of awkward. Oh well, but we'll just wait for Dagon's skill to reactivate. Let me try and DPS him down with Scavenger, but then Scavenger doesn't do anything to him. Come on, are we done? Come on. Okay, finally.
Conviction will throw you off pace. They have only their own weakness to blame.
Okay, and that's it for HE-7. Not too difficult, but it does have a little bit of specific timing because your DP is cut to 19 at the start of the battle. But if you know how to take care of it like me, then it's not too difficult. Anyway, that is it for HE-7. Okay, guys, let's clear HE-8, the final normal stage, Devout Follower. This is a little bit tricky because the boss is a debuff support type buff and his debuffs are very annoying. So this is the team that I use: High NT, Myrtle, Saria, Blaze, Mountain, and Opiana. So any 3-block, okay, 3-block unit with good damage. So you could have Gather Altar if you have maybe you have Juggernaut Defender, because those guys can do quite a bit of damage.
Embark.
And 3-block. Okay, so this guy, what he'll do is first he'll call civilians to his location. See right there? Don't worry about the civilians at the start. They won't minus from your life points. Next, he'll start walking around, and he will inflict debuffs on your operator. So let me just drop my Myrtle down, and then I'm gonna drop Mountain here, and then I'm gonna drop Saria here as well.
Vermin.
Activate Mountain skill, and then immediately once I have enough, deploy the Spare Timber here. Because right now he's going to next checkpoint here, and the civilians are going to go here. So if you didn't place it there, they will fall and they'll die. Okay, you see this debuff? -1 block. You guys remember the minus block from the what's it called, Kristen event, the Loneville event? That sucks, right? This one sucks as well. So yeah, this one boss will also -1. This is phase 1. Also, by the way, over time he will start to open up all of these rock throwers. They're called crumbling masonry. Like slowly they will open up. But in the meantime, you can start building up all of the walkways on the right side. You know why? This stage has a medal, and the medal is that you need to be able to end the stage with all of these walkways built. So all of them built. So right now, let's just ignore this side. He'll slowly exit. The gardener, the boss, will slowly activate all 3 of them. Yep, see, so all 3 of them are now activated. Don't need to do anything, and he'll call the operators over. Anyway, now that this is a bit of a slower time, what happens is that you need to know that the gardener has 3 main debuffs: attack speed down, block minus, and then I think right now you see there's a blue aura around them that's attack speed down, and also health down, I believe. Okay, he's now in phase 2. How do we know it's phase 2? Okay, phase 1 was earlier, phase 2 is now. How do you know? Because phase 1, all of the rock throwers on the left side will be activated, and the top one will be turned off. But in phase 2, he will turn on all of the ones on the top and turn off everything on the left side. Also, now his debuffs will be a lot worse. This is why I said you need to have a 3-block, because now instead of -1 block, he will -2 block. The attack speed down is even worse. The health down is also even worse. So phase 2, Clement Dubois, the gardener, he -2 block right there. Super annoying. That's okay, we have Opianus. Opianus at this point with his S2 can one-shot the characters. But in the meantime, we can start to build up all of the rest of these makeshift walkways. A key thing to note is to build from bottom to top. Why? Because when the rock comes here, it will explode and not do any damage to the surrounding flanks. Oops, over here. And then basically what happens at the end is you just need to time it. Okay, you see the health down has been reduced. Opianus on S2 has 7,000, but now he only has 4,600. Okay. Now, like I said, what we need to do is just to wait for the end of the stage, for the last possible moments to build up this hole here, to fill up this hole. Blaze and Sarah can hold the top lane, Mountain will hold the bottom, and then Opianus will hold the bottom for those who lead. Of course, you can place him here, or place someone like Mudrock as well, like I mentioned before. Okay. Okay, now this is the last enemy. Let us just deploy this block. This is a wood. And there you go. Like I said, the medal is very simple. Just make sure that when you end the stage, you have all the holes covered with the timber. Okay, that's it for HE-8. That's it for all of the normal stages of Hortus de Escapismo. That is probably how I butchered the name. You will see the EX stages very soon. So thank you all for so much for watching, and see you around. Bye-bye.